welcome back to my channel, or a special welcome if this is your first time seeing one of my videos. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I have done one of these legacy update videos in the past, but it has been a while since then, so I thought it was definitely overdue for one. I needed to add quite a few Sims to my family tree because we've had so many babies since the last time I updated it. But here I'm just kind of showing you what it looks like right now. And last time we left off with Andrew, who was the only child in his generation. So we have quite a few other toddlers and children to add. But yes, this video is going to show the process of how I update my family tree. I do use the Plum Tree App website. I'm going to link that if you guys want to use it as well for your own family trees. And right now in the beginning, I'm just going to add in all the names of the Sims that I need to add or update. So it's really easy to add new Sims. You just go under the Create Person tab and put in their name and all that. I just wanted to go ahead and get their names in first because I still needed to go into the game and take their pictures. So this was just helping me kind of keep on track since I had so many to take. I really love this website because you can add in life states. So if you have aliens or spellcasters or however in your game, you can add those. And also under the traits, you can add any kind of trait you want. So if you use mods, I think you can add in your own custom traits, which I think is really cool. But here I'm just hopping into the game and I added a new save file because I don't like to mess up my save files, and in case I need to go back and take pictures, I like to have a new save file for that. So I just build a room with the white walls and I make sure there's plenty of good lighting. And I, teleport the Sims in there and I take their pictures. I will go ahead and link the poses I use because I love these poses and I use them all the time for like the thumbnails on my videos and for, family tree pictures and things like that. I think they're perfect for up close shots and there's quite a bit of expression on their faces, so I really like those. But I do speed this up quite a bit because I'm doing kind of the same thing over and over. I basically just teleport the Sims in, get them to start posing, make sure they're in an outfit that I like, and then take some pictures in tab mode. I do have a tutorial on kind of how I take my pictures and other poses I like. I can link that as well if that would help you guys a little bit more if you're not quite sure how to take pictures or, use poses and things like that. But I try to make sure to take a pretty close-up picture of their face so I can get all the details. And here in the beginning, I actually have it too bright. I do end up dimming the lights a little bit, and I take some new pictures of some of them that were a little bit too bright. But yeah, this is just the process I do for taking the pictures. You can kind of speed through this, and I will have the updated legacy and my explanation of it at the end. So if you get kind of bored with watching all these pictures, you can just skip to the end. I'll make sure to timestamp it. But yeah, this was a little bit of a process, but I really enjoy having a family tree that I can go back to and look at. And also I like to share it with you guys because I know my family's getting really big in the game and it's definitely easier to keep track with a family tree like this. Oh yes, I should probably also mention there are going to be some new Sims in this video as well. Talon and Nanami, I did have them have a kid, so they have a son named Benji. You'll see him a little bit later in the video. And then Mandy, who is in my Daycare Diaries series, I did end up having her have her child, so she has another daughter, and I named her Delaney. I did just want her to go ahead and have her baby because I wanted to get a picture of Mandy, not being pregnant, and then also wanted to get Delaney to a toddler state so I can get her picture as well. I pretty much just wanted to get it all caught up, and I can confidently say there will be no more babies for this generation. I want to try to keep the legacy somewhat small if I can, so I normally just try to give each household either 1 or 2 kids. Like some households, I do think they would probably have more if I wasn't trying to keep the legacy, contained a little bit. But yes, all the families in the previous generation have at least 1 kid, and I don't always do that. I like to have at least one family maybe not have any kids. But I really just love all of these Sims, and I wanted to see what their offspring would look like. So I did end up giving all the households a child, at least 1 child. And then here is Mandy giving birth to her second daughter, Delaney. I normally like to make, labor and pregnancy and all that a little bit more special in my game, but I just wanted to get everything caught up and wrapped up with the family tree. So unfortunately, Delaney didn't get the, warmest welcome, but my next video I plan to upload is going to be a part in the Daycare Diaries series, so you'll be able to meet Delaney a little bit, better than here in this video. Here in a moment, you'll see Benji, who is Nanami and Talon's son. Originally, I wasn't planning on giving them a kid, but I just think Nanami is so beautiful and I really wanted to see what their kid would look like. So yes, they had a little son, Benji, and hopefully we can get to know him better too. I'm sure he'll be showing up in the daycare as well, but he's so sweet. But then a little bit later on in the video, I do go to a website that I like to use to edit my thumbnails and pictures for things like this. So I go to Pixlr. I'll link that as well if you want to check it out. I also have a tutorial on that, how I kind of make my thumbnails. So I might link that if that would help you guys. But I go ahead and resize the canvas. I think I did 600 by 600 and that seemed to work really well for their little profile picture. And then I just size them down and I'm pretty happy with the lighting and everything. So I don't really edit or put any filters on it or anything. And then I'll just save those pictures to my computer. And then in the website, I just upload it under their little person tab, and yeah, it worked out really well actually. Like I said, some of the pictures I did retake because they were a little bit too bright, and I did end up actually taking pictures for all of the generation with Ariel and Blair and Joel. Their whole generation, I did end up taking them new pictures because I didn't like how it looked different than the newer ones. So I ended up just taking their generation's pictures and then their children's generations. And I don't show it in the video, but I do go in and add little bios for all of the Sims. Some of them have a little bit longer ones than others, but especially the children and toddler Sims, as they grow, I'll add more to their bios and I kind of learn their personality and what I want for them. So I like to kind of expand as they go. But yes, definitely stick around for the end because I'm going to go over the new family tree and kind of show it off a little bit. And of course, I'll have it all linked for you guys if you want to go check it out for yourselves because I'm going to publish it. So yeah, I'm just really happy and I'm glad I finally got it updated. I definitely was putting it off for a while. So after I'm done putting in all the pictures, I'm going to edit the family tree and add everyone in. And if you click that little wrench by their name, you can go in and edit and add a partner. So here I added Mandy for Atlas, and then the plus sign beneath them, you can add their offspring. So I add in Dawn and Delaney for them. I actually totally forgot to add Dawn's picture, so I feel terrible, but I did go back and fix that, of course. but I forgot her in the video, so I feel so bad. I think I was so focused on Delaney being born that I kind of forgot about Dawn. But here I'm just adding all the partners, and you can select if they're a partner, ex-partner, married, or however. And then I'm adding in their children as well. It's a pretty easy process once you have all of the Sims in the website, and then you just add them in and you can search by name. So it really helps when you have a huge family and you're kind of like having a hard time, picking through the Sims. So yeah, I really love this website, and here in a moment we'll go and look at the finished family tree. So here is the finished tree, and I did go ahead and take new pictures for like Ariel and Rudy and Joel, and also Aurora and Deacon, because I wanted them to match their, generation here. But yeah, this is it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy it's finally complete. I do keep them as young adults for their pictures, so you might notice that like these older generations, like all of these here and the founders have passed on, and then everyone in this generation is pretty much an elder. So I do keep them as young adults just because I want to see them in like, their glory days or whatever, and like remember them that way. My self sim and my husband, and then we have Harley and Morgan. He was the firstborn. We have Niall and Jude. He was the middle child of that generation. And then Isley, who did marry this sim here, Johnny Zest, and she had Reed with him. And then Max was like her high school boyfriend, and they had Finn together. She was actually a teen when she gave birth to Finn. But yeah, anyway, they kind of got a divorce though, or they never really worked out, either of them. So poor Isley, she didn't really find true love, I guess. Yeah, so Finn was the first child in this generation, and Reed, I think, actually was the last of these children. But then we also have the twins over here, which was Bailey and Bentley. And of course I have, bios for all of these Sims. I have really long ones for some of the older Sims because I've played with them for so long. So if you're curious, you could always go in and kind of read about them. So let's see, Finn had Errol, Joel, and Blair. And then Reed actually had the first child in this generation, which was Aurora, and that was through abduction because he is a scientist. He's in the science career. So yeah, he had Aurora, then the three children here, and they're all married with kids. And Aurora had little Ayla. We've got Piper with Blair, and Percy, Ash with Joel and Dahlia, and then Andrew and Aiden with Ariel and Rudy. And then the twins, Bailey and Miko didn't have any kids. I thought about it for a while, maybe they would adopt, but they were a little bit older in life, and I just thought they were more focused on their careers. For these two generations, I always had like one, child not have kids, just to try to keep things a little bit not messy or whatever. And so I kind of let that go out the window though for this generation, because I just loved all these Sims so much, and I don't know, it was hard to not let them have a kid. But anyway, Bentley did have two kids. He had Atlas and Talon, and then Atlas and Mandy have Dawn and Delaney, and then Talon and Nanami had Benji, who is one of the newer Sims in the Legacy, as well as Delaney. So anyway, I'm finally happy that we have all the babies born, and we can just worry about like letting them kind of grow into themselves and kind of figure out what they're going to do with their lives ahead. But anyway, I think that is it. So this is the official updated tree. I will link it if you want to check it out for yourselves. And you're more than welcome to go in and kind of like check out the bios if you want. But yes, this should help us keep track of all these Sims in the Winchester Legacy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this kind of cleared up the whole family. I know I'm going to refer back to it sometimes because I even get confused with all the Sims. But thank you guys so much for watching and following along with the Winchester Legacy and all of their shenanigans. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!